Okay, guys, this is super chat. This is I'm just going to chat to you guys there. This is the newest and greatest thing in YouTube since sliced bread. This is called the super chat. The super chat.
Need more light?
Yeah, you can put some lights on. Let's just see what happens. Just put some on. We'll just see if it's good or bad. The super chat, guys. This is the latest and greatest in the world here. Super chat. Super chat. So we're just getting this sucker to come up now. We'll just get this sucker to come up. We've got 4 people who are watching this super chat. 5 people. They're coming in fast and furious now. And we'll just have a look here. The super chat. We'll just see what happens. So guys, I'm just explaining this to my there. I'm just explaining this is a new revolutionary idea. See, what happens is we've got 4 people who are watching the super chat. Watching myself there. See, what they've got is here is how much does your dad, I've made this heading here, you need some financial support. How much do you need? How much? Over to you. Over to you. How much money do you need? Well, look, I tell you what the answer is. My dad needs a little bit of money because we're hoping to, I'll tell you something that's happening this week. I'm going to Malaysia on Thursday.
Right.
I'm going to scout it out for you, right? And then we might go to Malaysia together. What do you reckon?
What are we going to do there?
No, Malaysia's a great place to go. Just talk to them for a minute there.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, Malaysia's a nice country.
Sorry, that's just a prank. This is what happens when you do super chats.
Yeah.
They try and prank you. This guy rang me, right? Yeah. But then they just do it for fun to annoy the shit out of you.
So you don't talk.
Well, just so that they know it's live and that. So guys, we need a bit of money. Super chat. Super chat. Super chat. Super chat. Super chat. We need to get this super chat happening. So super chat is a great way to do things on YouTube. Now,
yeah, actually, if you move the screen, it'll come up better. Yeah.
No, well, the screen doesn't matter.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Because it's this camera. This is the camera.
Oh, it's the camera.
That's the camera. See, this is the filming bit. I'm just explaining to my dad how this thing works. Let's have a look if we can get some super chat funds in. Let's have a look. Super chat. Super chat. We got any super chatters? Anyone wants to super chat? Super chat. Super chat. Be the first. How much does your dad need? About 100,000 would be good. I sent you a paid watch review. Yes, they're coming in. I'm still working on those. Hi, Archie. Super chat. Super chat. So there we go. Super chat's a great way for Arch to... Okay, so there we go. Super chat. We're trying to get the super chat to work. If we don't get any... You can sit back over there. I'll put the camera towards you. So basically, when someone... They can click money.
Yeah.
We can then... What we can do then is if someone clicks money, they can ask you questions. You see? This is how the super chat works. So
right. We'll
just put you in the camera there. There's the super chat. How's the super chat? This is the super chat, see? Let's just say hello to them.
Hello, people.
If they want to ask a question, you can say that to them. Do you want to ask a question?
Ask a question. Please
and
do.
$5 would be okay?
Yeah.
$5? How much do you need for a super chat? How much do we need? Anything. You can ask a simple question.
Well, these people are going, well, it depends on the series, on the intensity of the question or the complexity of the question. But
we had no one has donated anything, not a brass razoo.
Oh, they're a bit.
They're saying hello to you.
Hello.
We've got 22 people watching. Just
22.
stay on the super chat.
That's not bad. Yeah.
100,000 would be good, wouldn't it? How much do you need? 100,000 would be very good, wouldn't it?
But I think 1,000 a month would be fantastic to just keep the balance the budget, you know. But yeah.
Okay, so I'll just keep an eye if any super chats come in. We'll just talk casually. So you went to America for a wedding. You went to Vegas.
Went to Las Vegas.
How was Vegas?
Vegas was very good. The sad part was we went to the memorial where all the people had been killed, and one of the touching moments was this sergeant, or U.S. Marine, dressed in his uniform, and he came just to say, you know, goodbye. And his friend
Yeah.
a master sergeant had been killed.
Oh, geez.
And I've never seen, you know, the guy went there, bent down and burst out crying.
Is that right?
Yeah, at the memorial.
Wow.
His friend, a sergeant in that episode, and there's a lot of people, very sad. A lot of people had let, you know, little mementos and that. And
so how did you find Vegas there? It was expensive, you're saying, hideously expensive.
Very expensive, because first of all it's US dollars, and that's more than Australian dollars, and then
But that's 30%, 25%, 30%
yeah,
more,
more,
isn't it?
yes, and
well, 30% with the crummy exchange rate the banks give you.
yeah, and of course, going to a tourist resort area, everything's more expensive than just a normal situation area, and food is expensive, and then they got the annoying thing is the way they charge you. It says $40. Well, it's not $40. It's $40 plus tax, which is 8.75%, plus tips in a lot of cases. So, and then they say 15, 8% tip. What would you like to give? And I've seen even 22% tip. Now, you know, why can't they just say, look, our people don't get much money, so you know.
But they're charging enough money. They should be able to charge for the prices you're paying. They should be able to get enough money.
Well, they should charge appropriate whatever the price is, and forget about this tip stuff. You know, sort of, yeah, the price is that. You know, and right, if somebody's extraordinarily good, you might tip them $10 or $20, not having to tip every move. The person, you know, picks up a piece of paper from the floor, and you got to tip him, and he puts you in the, tells you where to sit in the restaurant. You got to tip him, and I mean, it's a bit silly, and for Australians, it's really a very foreign concept. But see, Australian wages are pretty high for hospitality workers. They might get $21, $22 an hour. What's in America at $6, and they work Sundays, they get double time. The Christmas Day is triple time. Saturday afternoon is time and a half. They don't get that in America. It's all back to tips, and it's so it's sad for the workers. We went to in one of the hotels we were when we were staying at the Cosmopolitan, and we asked, can we just sit here and have a yes? The person said, yeah, that's okay, you can have a cake. So we came down, got the cake. This lady said, hey, what are you doing? We said, we got a cake. He said, well, you're not allowed to have cakes here. He said, well, we asked I said, all right, well, I'm in charge and you can't. So we packed up the cake, and she comes back and said, oh, the person said you can have a small cake, but your cake is not a small cake, it's 1 inch too big, so it's a big cake. And you think, so well, that's really hospitality, that is. But what she was really saying, since you guys aren't drinking alcohol and tipping me, you know, shoot off. It's very yeah, you think they say yes sir, no sir, and they bend over, sir. What they're really saying, look, I'll be very nice to you.
Saying here, every year for work, best part is the trip home.
Yeah, best, yeah, I suppose. Although, see, on that trip home, we flew to San Francisco, and then from San Francisco to Las Vegas, went on the normal plane. And well, going back, it was okay, but going there, we end up in the back seat, right at the back, you know, packed up like a sardine. And when you're in an international plane, having a lot of room, in the plane we were in, all of a sudden you're like a sardine. It's bloody awful. And then it's 1.5 hour flight from San Francisco to Las Vegas, and you're cooped up, and I suppose one should have.
The super chats, we have got not a cent in from super chat.
No money coming in. They must be just as poor as we are, these people.
From Astro Punter, let me pay your ATM fee.
Yeah.
$2. Thank you, Astro Punter. $2 just came in. Thank you, Astro Punter.
Yeah, that's really good. Oh, he must be. Whoa.
It says that waiters get about $2 per hour, but they make a lot more from tips. A waiter makes $100,000 in Vegas. Eliminate tips, and they'd raise the price of food and pay them minimum wage.
America, full stop. The whole country's got tips. Eliminate tips,
and they'll pay them. They earn $2 per hour now, right? Without tips.
Yeah.
If you eliminate the tips, they'll raise the prices, but pay them minimum wage, which is like $7-8 an hour.
No, but what they should do. So that's wrong with the system. Like in Australia, like America, we have a court system which sets minimum wages, and the minimum wages aren't $6, but there should be something like, say, $15 or $20. So the worker working there gets at least $15-20 an hour. Yeah. And then the tip is then for extraordinary service, you give them $10 tip or $5 tip, not tip 15, 20, this 18% stuff. You know, it's fair to the worker. He gets paid by, according to law, what's set the minimum wage, and the minimum wage is wrong. That you can't live on $5 an hour. You know,
well, that's how the system works, mate.
Well, the system got to change, I suppose.
Well, why is it got to change for you?
At all. I'm just saying, but it's not fair to the worker.
They don't give a fuck about the worker.
Some people do care about the worker. I feel for
them. Some of these waiters are making $100,000 a year.
Well, because of tips, yeah.
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 Suddenly
that tip's gone, and then
so
they don't care about the minimum wage. Wonder how they declare that. You know, because the tax system, you know, the tip is cash in the pocket. So do you get 100,000 for the year, or do you get 80,000 for the year? How would the revenue authorities know? They wouldn't know, would they?
To make the industry averages and shit like that.
Yeah, but then you might be, you know, a guy can not speak the American and don't get much tips. I don't know.
Look, it's just how it works there. I mean, don't do minimum wage work. If you don't want to survive on tips, don't do minimum wage work.
Well, that's right.
Get a better job. Go get an education and get a better job.
They do, like accountants or doctors, and that they charge like wounded bulls, don't they?
One wants to know he needs an accountant. Would you do accounting work for somebody or not?
Where is he, bro?
Where is he? Where are you, Blazing Mark? On what state and country are you in? Because
if you're in Russia, we don't know. I don't think we'll be flying out of there.
No, Archie's dad doesn't take Bitcoin at the moment. We're still trying to get some bloody super chat coins. We can't. We've got one system that isn't working. We're not going to jump all over these stupid payment systems, and no bastard gives anything.
Bitcoin's a bit funny. I don't know.
He's in the US, New York City. That's no good for you, is it? Tax law is different in America to Australia, isn't it?
Yeah, tax laws are different, completely different. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, there, Blazing Mark. It's no good because Australian stuff. You don't know nothing about America. It's very similar in many ways, but it's too hard. Too hard. Sorry, there, Blazing Mark.
You haven't got the software. You haven't got anything. You got the knowledge. You don't know all the tricks of the trade.
Yeah, so sorry, Mark.
You need
we
America.
Just can't help you there. He's an optician, by the way.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
Sorry, we're just being honest there. You can't do work that's not feasible, can you?
No, you can't do things you don't know anything about.
You've got to be very careful. You got to know when not to do the job. You know?
Yeah.
What's a BTC address? I never heard of that. They said, "What? You should put your watch up to the camera there. You're wearing your Rolex today. Just show that in the camera. Date just. 16-234. Date just. It's in terrible condition. You don't look after it. You don't treat it well.
It looks pretty good to me. It's the glass. If I get better glass,
cleaned up.
But it's a workhorse. This watch. It's a workhorse.
So now what we were saying there. So you went to America. The food. How was the food? Was it nice? Everyone talks about the buffets in Vegas. That's something that interests me. Is the buffet? Was the food nice? These hotels?
I don't think so. Well, let's put it this way. The food was okay. Everywhere there's something missing. When we come, like we've got a place here called the Broncos. It's just a
football club.
Football club. Very low rate.
So like an RSL club.
They've always got oysters Kilpatrick. Now these guys got no oysters Kilpatrick. I didn't see one oyster Kilpatrick anywhere.
Is that
there.
right?
We got prawns everywhere. These guys, yeah, limited number of prawns.
Wasn't very good, you're saying? Just like there was a nice roast or what?
Well, one roast I could have, you know, or the blood was almost dripping from it, and you think, all right, well, maybe that's how you serve roast.
Yeah.
But it was as tough as shoe leather. So, you know, I was disappointed with the food. One, because we went to a few places. We went the Cosmopolitan restaurant. We went to Bellagio, the restaurant, and we went to another one. We went 3 restaurants. Each a smorgasbord, the buffet,
yeah.
And very expensive. Tax plus your tips, and the quality is not as good as like the hotels here, the Sheraton, the Hilton here.
Jeez, that sounds terrible.
Yeah,
it was crap. You're saying the food was
crap. No, it was good, but
it was
the variety. Maybe it's American people eat funny stuff over there, but I think from Australia, like there wasn't the variety. The variety is here, and that means, for instance, there wasn't oyster Kilpatrick. There wasn't enough prawns. The limited number of prawns. There wasn't any. You got your prawns, but there's nowhere to. You know, we have. If you get prawns, you get a little dish of water to rinse your hand. Yeah, yes, right, and a big dish to put in. Not there. And then some restaurant, you know, you had to ask for drinks. You know, one you went and just got it, but most of them you had to ask for the drinks, even though it was included in your thing. Of course, you ask for drinks, and then they ask you for a tip. It's very not value for money. Yes, it was good. The food was nice, and some of the desserts were very nice. But value for money, I don't think it was really paying so high, and because it was the center of the world hospitality, I expected better, and it wasn't there, but it was good. I mean, would I go there again? Well, for the money, yes, I would. It's a very expensive place to go. We had a problem in that we had a party of 10, and we were, you know, going to drinks, and everywhere you go, it's not a large amount, and then to get from one hotel to the other, well, it's really too far to walk. I walked a few times.
Just checking the sound quality.
And a few times from hotel to hotel, but it's a long way. They've got this one fountain that goes up, and the lights and fountains. It's beautiful. It's a nice place. It's got a lot of positives. It's got a few negatives. I thought downtown the ladies, bare-breasted ladies that were looking for a photo with you was a bit crass. I mean,
it's just a scam to get. They want a tip once they take a photo with you.
Yeah,
you can't. $20.
Yeah. So there's a fair few of those around. They're just topless, but if they're going to be topless, why do they have to have some of them bandages on their nipples? You know, why can't they just be topless? The interesting one, I thought, oh, these 2 nuns, you know, were asking for photos. These nuns, they're completely topless, you know, nuns. But the back looked like a nun. The front was anyway. They're after money, obviously. There's a gimmick.
Sure.
And they didn't have things on their nipples. It's interesting. It's good to go at least once and look around all the hotels. Even at the airport, they had about 600 poker machines, because every place has got a thousand or two. You know, every hotel, there are thousands actually. They've got everywhere hotels, machines, and hey, that well. None of the machines, they seem to be good at taking, but not at giving. And
it sounds like American one word, doesn't it?
Yeah, taking and not giving. Yeah, the mob, I went to the Mob Museum. That was interesting. The Mob.
What did you think of Vegas then itself there?
No, it's good. The shows were overrated too. I think I saw 3 shows. We saw one was fantasy.
Yeah, I don't know if the super chat's really working terribly well because
nobody's paying.
No one's paying. So
I mean, yeah.
I mean, you go to all this trouble. Super chat's supposed to be. We've only got 49 people watching. That's not too bad. 49 is not too bad.
Have you advertised this so everybody knows?
We might do that next time then, hey?
And the other
you want to give it a go, super chat?
Yeah.
Or not? What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Well, look, I mean, there's not much point doing a super chat if there's money's not coming in, is there?
Where's the money coming to?
It comes into the Google ads that I get. It tells you what super chat revenue is. But I mean, there's no money coming in. What's the point in sitting there? Is there? The interesting thing is, you know, we could do super chat. You could be in your study. I could stay at home, and we could link up and do the super chats, and you could both chat. I mean, that's what's very. Came in for super chat. Thank you. And he says, let me have a look. We just got $5 in. Just gotta find it. That's all. Sorry. Super chat. Just come in, super chat. We loved our super chats. Chat. Where is the super chat gone? This is here, super chat. This is from Mumbai, New Yorker. Hi, I'm from New Yorker. I'm from New York City. He says here. Ryan Woodman here. Thank you. Thank you. He donated $5. Thank you so much.
Okay.
See, this super chat is very much like the American. If they don't give you money constantly, flick you coins, you're not going to help them, are you? You understand?
Yeah.
This whole system is like super. This will turn you into loving tips.
Yeah.
You understand?
Tips. Yeah.
You understand? Because if they don't donate money, you're not going to talk about them. You piss off. The super chat, we've got $7 we've raised.
Right.
Better than zero, isn't it? Super chat.
Yeah. They got some good shows there, but again, the show a long time, and you yes, they were good. Like I remember going in London, and I saw Miss Saigon in London. It's 100%. Fantastic. The singers are fantastic. It was really good. Now I saw here in Las Vegas, you know, a Circus du Soleil, which is a different type of thing, but and fantasy, which is a bit, and as Magic Guy, good, but it could have been polished a little bit better. Fantasy with the singing could have been a little bit better. Or maybe the microphones weren't as good as, you know, they were out of balance. But you just expect for entertainment, and therefore you expect pretty good quality.
Well, Broadway is, but it's in New York.
Broadway.
Not in Vegas. Vegas, you won't go and see the arse end, don't they? Like Elvis and that there. They're on their arse end.
Do you think so?
Well, possibly. Broadway is probably #1, isn't it? Broadway is where they make it. London, Covent Garden.
Yeah. That's why. Yeah.
Go to Broadway. Vegas is for washed out has-beens who are trying to scrounge out the last bit of money they can before they. Isn't it?
Well, there was a magician, Chris Angel, and he'd been there going for 8 years now, and he was pretty good promoting himself. But it was good, but it could have been better. And yeah, so.
Any more super chats, guys? Last chance. You want tips? See, we're turning into a tip culture too.
Yeah, 15, 18, or 20%. That's what they do in America. 15%, 18%, or 22.
Come on, guys, super chat.
But what are these people? Are they going to ask us questions, or they just?
They donate and they ask. We say hello to them. They
Mm.
It comes up in the comment section. Their name is in big colours.
Ah.
See?
We've been to America,
Oh, sorry.
Las Vegas.
Someone just gave $1. Chris Densler, thank you so much. Every dollar counts.
Mm. These security is very tight on the airports in America. They it's good that they are tight, but they're a bit really. This gentleman, he pulled me apart. Mostly I didn't have any problems, but this last time I was going from San Francisco to Las Vegas, which is, I don't know, it's internal now. And he pulled me apart and he said, what was clicking? I hadn't taken my watch off. I think that was clicking. But he thought otherwise. So he said, right here, come here, sir, take everything out of your pockets. Everything out of our pockets, supposedly. And he says, what's that there? Well, that's not my pockets, my money in my waist here. Mm-hmm. But when you're doing this checks, I understood he's checking for metal, blinking handkerchief or something in your pocket. Anyway, so he gets my money, he takes my money, $1,500 he took, which I had, you know, for the trip and pay for things. Then he says, starts still clicking because my watch is on. And he said, he pulls out this snotty handkerchief. He said, look, you said you got nothing in your pocket. He took this handkerchief out. On the thing, it didn't click. And then his mates, they seemed to be laughing at him. And he's a black fellow, you know, and they were laughing at him. And anyway, he gave him the money back. I think he was going to pinch it off me. They gave him back to me. But I thought, really, they've got a very good job to do, and they have to do it properly, and that's commendable. But they can also not be pigs, you know. And well, he failed in his job because he didn't pick. I had a watch on, and I had some money in my attached to my belt. Nothing sort of happened. He just let me go. He gave me my snotty handkerchief back, which I'd been blowing for half the trip. And but yeah, it's a little bit annoying, but it's important that they are tough on security, because you know the consequences of not being tough are drastic, aren't they? So and they've had a pretty good run now on planes, haven't they? They haven't had any incidents on aeroplanes anywhere in the world for a while. It's fantastic.
I think we might wrap that up then, guys. We're going to do another super chat
next week.
We might advertise it a bit more. Okay? Let's advertise it a bit more and do super chats. Okay, guys, just keep. I'm just stopping the broadcast.